Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Oh, wait, you're doing the intro. No!
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Sonic Adventure Era Speedrun Community Events Twitch channel. Back with the KAGT Tournament 2022, Day 3. Do not look at the title. It is a liar.
The title does still say Day 2. Someone should get on top of that.
Production, what are you doing? Someone better get
the
fired
worst
for that
of all
blunder.
time. Now, if you haven't seen the past 2 days, we've had some fantastic races so far. I'm about to die in Gamma Story. Not me practicing while doing commentary. I'm really on the grind set today.
It's been a crazy tournament so far. Yesterday's matches, especially the one we ended off on, is one that you better go back and watch. But
we're all very good.
Today is going to be a lot of losers.
Not That's losers. So toxic.
Not losers as in people, losers as in losers.
Yeah, yesterday we were a bit toxic. We should apologize for that. Anyways, you're all fucking losers.
Welcome to the loser side of the bracket, where the fools reside.
Damn. All jokes aside, these players are all very good in their own right. We're off to the races with Tethys and Skoob, the beautiful man himself. I guess during the loading screens, you can kind of tell Tethys just has his webcam up. It just looks like a solid image. But they're starting out with really Knuckles funny. As usual. This is what we've seen by a lot of people, just starting out with Knuckles, getting the RNG out of the way immediately.
I believe we are going to be going the traditional Knuckles, Amy, Gamma order. Now, yes. Both of these players, Skoob and Tethys, Tethys as a new runner has kind of shocked the world at how fast he's been improving. Everything he's done in this game is just nutty. The Skoob is known for his Gamma, known for just in general being extremely knowledgeable about the game and the inner mechanisms of how this game works. It's always a treat to watch Skoob play because you can really tell how much he knows about the game.
Yep. And knowledge will come in handy here with Knuckles. Of course, the hunting style classic. There's a 2-second difference between their sets, but both of them getting out of Speed Highway relatively painlessly. Tethys having to go to the back, Skoob also having to get to the third balcony, but nothing too major, nothing too different between these two players so far. Skoob actually looks like he could have probably played a lot better with that set, in all honesty, but a bit of misrouting, or going for the piece 3 in the side. A safe play, but does waste a bit of time if you get the third piece 3. Tethys getting into Casino just normally, but Skoob
going for the Casino clip has wasted a lot of time trying to set it up at this point.
Tethys about 10 seconds into the stage.
Oh no, and he dies!
And he dies. That is a bad omen right here.
That
Hopefully
he can terrible.
Get into Casino before Tethys finishes it. And Skoob dying again. Tethys is already done with Casino. 30-second set, not fantastic. Getting a bathroom piece is pretty bad there.
Pretty good execution for a pretty horrible set. It's kind of remarkable how good of a time that was, but Skoob just now getting into Casino, that's not a good omen so far.
That's a huge time loss. Wanted to go a bit showboaty, probably paying a big price for that. But this set looks pretty good. A lion piece and a enemy piece right beside it. As Tethys hits Cream Skip. Don't say it.
I wasn't even paying attention. I just saw a really good set from Skoob. 20 seconds. He's making up a little bit of time.
Does make up 10 seconds, but is it enough to inch back after spending what was probably close to 25-30 seconds on the Inter-Casino split? Which is a pretty easy split for what it's worth.
Tethys definitely giving Skoob some room to come back, though. This Chaos 2 is giving him the work.
Yeah, Chaos 2, like we said yesterday, Tethys had this same problem where it's hard to get the manipulation if you aren't quite sure what the boss mechanics are.
No creamers in chat.
No creamers from Skoob. I can't believe I said that. Nightmare. But Skoob hopefully getting a good Chaos 2 here. Skoob
with
has
a good Chaos 2, he can
make up
of Knuckles,
so he
crazy
knows
time.
He knows the KS2 setup, and off he goes.
Yeah, one more?
That one wouldn't give it to him. I saw that coming a mile away,
Yeah.
but a 12 is much better than Tethys's, what, 21, I believe.
I did lie, there are creamers in chat.
Pasta, Seacow.
Let's go.
If you are creaming in chat, please go to a doctor immediately. As we get the Shovel Claws and Monkey Destruction switch.
Tethys with the Monkey Destruction switch. We've seen some mishaps in the tournament with this so far. I am now oddly stressed out. Oh, okay, that was
fine.
Very scary. The way
as
that
long
he
as
threw
you
that
get
switch.
close enough to the actual monkey, it will die. Tethys taking the route where you check the volcano first. This is reasonable. He is relatively new to Knuckles, so a safer play here is unsurprising, I believe. And he already knows what his set is if he is aware of the third piece, the first and third pieces he has. First piece being up on the monkey bars, having to climb up a bit, and then he'll hopefully know where this third piece is, dropping immediately down for it. He knows exactly where it is.
Yeah, good execution once he knew what the pieces were.
As Skoob has to climb up this to the top of this plateau. I like getting this piece first, because if you have to restart for not getting this third piece, you have a really good restart point. Because it's the highest you can go in the stage outside of the volcano. And Skoob knows what his set should be. It's probably the dig spot at the top of the volcano.
Volcano and the volcano piece, yeah.
That or one of the dig spots right at the bottom, and he does the good routing here, which you want to go to the dig spot first. Smart on his behalf.
29-second IGT, but that reset after taking the surge is going to cost him a lot.
Yeah, about 5 seconds there, looking for the piece 3, piece 2 at the bottom of the valley, but Tethys in Chaos 4 as Skoob goes for a dig.
Sad.
Quite sad, no speed shoes. This, of course, being the thing I've commentated most, I love Chaos 4.
Let's go Chaos 4. Here it is again.
If you are watching and you're unaware, which I'm not sure why you would be watching this early if you don't know what Statics is about. If you glide while Chaos 4 goes to charge up an attack, he will never give out a bad attack as long as he actually registers that you are gliding. So, you want to be gliding whenever he is done moving, whenever he goes to send out an attack. Then just be right on top of him whenever he becomes vulnerable. Spam punches, and you should get an instant hit. The typical Chaos 4 with good execution and no bad RNG. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So that's what our runners want to see here.
I will say, I'm a big Skoob fan like the rest of us, but it'd be kind of crazy to start watching a tournament at Losers Round 2.
That is true.
So that's a bizarre set to start with. The explanation is always nice, though. It gives us something to do while we watch our little red friend glide around.
Tethys is a big name in the SA2 community. He is very well known. There are a lot of friends. So I imagine there's a few SA2 folks that are watching that don't know Statics as well. But Tethys getting out no problems in Chaos 4. I believe he had a 132? I wasn't paying super attention.
It was like a 132.
Off to get the keys. These keys, this jungle movement, notoriously one of the hardest hub sections in the whole game. Very tricky to move through this jungle.
Easy as he jumps across the top of it, though, and drops off that gold key.
But he does have the much harder half of this movement, the actual jungle.
The silver key. You have to run through this sticky jungle. It gets a little stuck on the doorway. As Skoob has some pretty unfortunate luck with Chaos 4.
Oh no, getting a 140. Probably got a blue balls.
143.
I wasn't paying attention because Chaos 4, unfortunately, is not the most exciting gameplay. I have a very short attention span. Not to rag on Skoob, that's just how Chaos 4 is.
That's just Chaos 4. There's not really too much you can do about it at all.
Auto-scroller, but you have to actually pay attention, and it's sad. Tethys going into Lost World. Yesterday, we did see Spacebar's hunt Lost World, I believe. Or maybe it was day 1, I forget.
It could have been. I think it was yesterday. No, who knows? Earlier in the tournament.
Tethys getting a really good clip there.
Yeah, 11:91. That's a great time on Lost World.
Definitely what you want to see. That is the typical for the more higher level Knuckles runners, and Tethys is a new beginner to this category, clearly getting pretty good very quickly.
The level of execution and decision making we've seen from someone who's been playing this game for honestly a pretty short amount of time, it's incredible.
6 months or so since he started. And of course, Tethys with his gorgeous mustache. What a beautiful man. He looks so stoic.
Don't look too close into your screen. That is not you looking back. I promise you do not look that good.
Damn. Toxic.
That is a very attractive man.
Truly. Skoob also getting an 11 in Lost World, making up actually about half a second there. But of course, half a second is not a lot when you're about 40 seconds behind. No sound defense to update us on the times, but...
That being said, we still do have two whole stories left.
That is true, but Knuckles is the one with the most RNG, so this is the one with the most potential time difference. Skoob game overing, having to go through the cutscene again. I actually thought you just respawn at the top of the tunnel, don't have to death warp again if you game over.
That's crazy.
Perhaps I am wrong.
That's really unfortunate.
Skoob turning around as Tethys enters Skydeck very cleanly. Getting 2 pings immediately is very good. You don't have to go to the back of the ship, and you have piece 2 right in this.
Skydeck being very, very generous.
But he does have the most troublesome piece left, the piece 3. Piece 3s, there are 6 of them in this stage as opposed to the usual 3. This is not the cage. This pinging is too fast.
Oh, okay. That was a fantastic set on Skydeck. Holy crap.
Skydeck. A 22 seconds, you cannot complain in a no reset. Definitely good luck on Tethys' side.
Very well executed.
Our timers are
great
synced. I want to point that out. The sync on our timers is beautiful.
It's a Christmas miracle, but it really does highlight how far Skoob is behind. Skoob now has to go through Skydeck 2, and Skydeck is getting a 28-second Skydeck is not normal in a race setting, I would say.
Not very commonplace.
This is going to be an uphill battle.
Skydeck being all luck. This looks like the enemy piece, which is a quick break for Skoob. And he knows where his piece 1 is because it wasn't in the front. He just has to clip into this container. Both of our runners getting 20 Skydecks. A 21 Skoob actually saving time on Skydeck.
What is a 23 Skydeck? Just get a 21. It's so easy.
That's what I'm saying.
That's crazy.
A very casual Chaos 6. There is a quick kill setup for this boss that people like to do, but Tethys not opting for it. Suppose do what you're comfortable with. That's never the wrong play, I don't think.
At 32, Chaos 6 is about average. It's what you want to see in this kind of setting for sure.
I just saw Tethys stretched out on the timer. I didn't see that before. Yeah, a 12:09 exit on Knuckles. That's a very respectable Knuckles time. A 12-minute time is pretty good. Swapping to free cam before doing a quick hammer before jumping off to the races in Amy. Amy, of course, the probably highest skill execution check in this run, as Skoob doing the setup that people like to do with Chaos 6, just going back and forth, hitting the freezes as they fall, throwing them in, and then hitting during the animation of him freezing. Looks to be pretty good.
I don't know. Highest execution for Amy. I mean, Hot Shelter is very difficult, but if you're Skoob, you're going for everything in Gamma Story, and I would say that could potentially make Gamma Story even more difficult.
I don't know if I agree with our commentator here, but Skoob getting a 13 flat on his Knuckles exit is pretty good. I will say, runners do not have to wait for the results screen on the bosses. The only thing you have to wait for is the timer stopping, so as soon as you see that timer stop, you can just soft reset, go into the next story. Tethys going for castle skip. I'm not expecting this from him, but unfortunately missing the second jump up.
It's okay.
Opting for mirror room.
Lost so little time.
A little time compared to not going for it at all. Skoob struggling with right side clip. Opting to just go left side. This is understandable. I would not risk right side if you aren't confident. Of course, Skoob could have been confident, but just messed it up. Things happen. Left side is a good backup.
It's going to be a 53 for Tethys on...
Perfectly fine Twinkle Perk.
Very, very good, I would say. Going for mirror room, 53 is very good. The backup...
That's what you want to see.
That was a very fast backup from the first castle skip.
Yes, and Skoob loading into Twinkle Park, a whole 50 seconds separating them, about probably closer to 55.
But let's see if Skoob goes for castle skip.
I imagine he does. He wants to make up as much time as possible. That camera angle looked really tough to work with, but he's going for it again.
It's okay, this is his last chance.
If he hits it now, he does save a good chunk of time getting up to the castle.
Okay, nice. Just gotta chain the rest of them. Last jump looks good.
And Skoob...
Oh no!
No! Tragedy struck. That happens a lot to me, personally. I am very bad at that jump.
It hurts. It hurts so much.
It does hurt. It is tough. And Skoob is now losing time here. He just wants to hit castle skip, get out of Twinkle Park as fast as possible. I feel like committing to castle skip like this and then opting for a mirror room would be really tough.
Yeah.
So at this point, Skoob just wants to hit it, and it looks like he has.
There we go.
And there he goes. Losing about 10, 15 seconds there.
All of that, and he's still about, 20 seconds-ish, because it was a 111 compared to like a 50. Like,
yeah, that's a big time loss.
It's a big time loss, but once again, it shows the power of castle skip. You can get all the way up there, fall down, and still be about on pace.
Yeah. Tethys getting hit by the robot. This wastes a good 3 seconds. Also missing the clip in the door at the start of Hot Shelter as Skoob lines up for Hedgehog Hammer. Will be making sure that he does not miss that.
Tethys doing an accidental hammer flip right in front of the cranker.
This is a messy start to Hot Shelter, but of course Act 1 doesn't matter nearly as much as Act 2. Act 2 is where things really ramp up. So as long as he gets a good Act 2, then it should be perfectly fine. But this does give Skoob a bit of leeway for the Act 1 time. He can make up a bit of time there as Tethys gets through Act 1 with about a minute.
Yeah, 1:02 Act 1 as Skoob finishes up Hedgehog Hammer. But again, like you were saying, the only real part of this is Act 2. The time discrepancy from a bad Act 2 from a good Act 2 is huge, but oh no, that fall.
Falling off the gear. That's really sad, but thankfully not a death. Deaths are what matter here, I think.
Yeah.
This far ahead, you do have some time to play with as long as you don't die, but now for the first time in a good bit, they're in the same stage. Hot Shelter being about a minute 40 world record. Even longer if you don't play to world record standards, which who can other than like Spacebar and Pasta? The cracked gamers they are.
Oh, that was so fast. Does that work? No, that setup was so quick. He's got to go for the backup now for Pasta Skip as Skoob is getting ready to finish his Act 1.
And his Act 1 looks clean, a 45 exit.
That is very, very strong.
That saves a good 15 seconds over Tethys as he struggles with Pasta Skip a bit before hitting it. That's what you want to see now. Oh, Skoob accidentally hitting the gears, having to go for the left side backup, but hitting it very cleanly.
He hits left side like you meant to, but then he falls down there!
Tragedy again. Both of our players taking a tumble on the gears as Tethys lines up for Puzzle Skip 2, hits it first try. That's what you want to see. Of course, Skoob not losing a bunch of time there by falling. Tethys did fall off himself as he gets a 240 Hot Shelter. Definitely respectable. Hot Shelter is way, way harder than I think newcomers may think it seems.
No, Hot Shelter,
no shot.
Hot Shelter Amy is probably the hardest level in the game.
It is by far, in my opinion.
Probably, it is the hardest level in the game.
But
it is an
coming up on
execution
pasta skip.
gauntlet. Okay, lining up, setting up.
Clean.
So
and hits
good.
it first try. That's
land?
a big time save. That's a big time save over Tethys as he looks to finish this with a close to 210. Probably closer to a 220 if he can hit puzzle skip 2 for the first try.
He's in.
And he gets it. That's what you want to see if you're Skoob here. A good 30 seconds made up in just Hot Shelter. That just proves how dangerous this stage can be. A 212 is a fantastic time. Skoob playing out of his mind for that stage. Clawing his way back. It's what you want to see if you're Skoob. Now both of them just going through the hub, a very casual, very relaxing stroll through the jungle. Tethys looks very, very left here. Yeah. If Skoob can tighten up that line, that might be a few seconds.
And then so much is going to ride on the doors now.
Doors are coming up. This is the last real RNG part of this category. Tethys completing the puzzle, nearly falling off the balcony, but entering final egg just fine, no problems.
Entering final egg right at 20 minutes.
20 flat enter final egg is pretty good. Both of our runners playing very well so far, with a few mistakes. What can you expect over such a long category, though? This shouldn't be understated. Playing even with no mistakes is significantly harder in this category. You can probably do it in the smaller stories individually, but this is so tough.
Being forced to execute on 3 completely different playstyles back to back to back, especially with the different levels of execution required, not an easy ask whatsoever. So
yeah,
the level of consistency throughout these stories it's a marvel.
Yeah, Skoob entering with a 2050 final egg. That's about 50 seconds of a gap of 50 seconds separating them.
That is a gap that can be made up by the RNG of doors plus Gamma for sure.
As long as Gamma goes well for both of our runners and they get good doors, this race is still on. Skoob has to hope that Tethys does not get a good door here. Doors, if you aren't aware, the final part of Final Egg here, you have 5 doors. One of them is correct. Tethys getting first door, I believe?
No way. No,
that's
he needed
really
that to keep the lead.
Tethys. Skoob coming up on it after this elevator. That's fantastic for Tethys. That is a 1 in 5 chance.
On his face when he got first door, deserved.
Absolutely.
It's insanity. We gotta go, Skoob. You gotta get it too.
You know Tethys is definitely happy after that, as he leaves the Eggman station. Now he has to have very clean hub movement back up to the Mystic Ruins as he goes to the Egg Carrier. Skoob now has the door gauntlet himself, doing the clip into door 1. No door 1 though, so sad.
That's so sad.
That would have been actual time save over Tethys if he got door 1 with the clip, but unfortunate. No door 3. He will be looking at a door 4 or 5. That's a big time loss.
Door.
No, he has door 5. How
door
sad.
5.
That could very well be the end of this race, but of course we do have Gamma the rest of the way, so as long as both of our players play as consistent as they have so far, we'll be fine.
It's not over, for sure.
It's never over until early shot.
We've seen Hot Shelter for Gamma commit some war crimes in this race so far. So many runners have just been decimated right at the goalpost, what it feels like the last major challenge of the run. And it's just for some people after such a long time. And in this environment, it's just insurmountable. So yeah. And absolutely nothing is over until early shot.
Nothing is over until the timer stops as Skoob missing the slope jump up as Tethys gets the last hit on the Final boss of Amy 0.
Yeah,
Finally
coming out
the
with
robot
a
that chases you.
2330.
2330 into Gamma is pretty darned good. These players are playing pretty well. Tethys is on fire while Skoob climbing up a ladder. I do love ladders in this game. Very, very fun, fast-paced movement. What is actually fun and fast-paced, unironically, is Gamma, as he goes through Final Egg.
Gamma is an incredibly short story with a lot to challenge you with. Every single level for Gamma challenges you in a different way, which is what makes the category so interesting to me. Every level has its own little like pop quiz that you have to solve to be able to get to be able to like really have a competitive time.
Yes, certainly. Skoob now on 0 as Tethys entering the first boss of Gamma.
Oh, zero
Skoob
strats?
getting 0 strat very cleanly here. That's going to save him a good chunk of time.
Wow! A 15-second 0, that's insanity.
That is a very good 0. Saves a few seconds over Tethys' 0. Tethys cleaning up his brother's corpse. So sad. Gamma does
So
kill
sad.
his brothers.
That's okay, he was unconscious. He's right there.
It's okay, he was just unconscious, smiley face. He isn't taken apart for parts later, smiley face.
Nah, why would they do that to him? He's a guy. He's a real man.
Oh
no,
Skoob.
no!
Skoob missing Skoob skip. So sad. Falling straight down into the pit of despair.
Going for it again. Oh,
that angle looks so good.
I don't even understand why that one failed. That would have been a nice little time save to get him back on track.
Yeah.
Tethys
in the
not
meantime,
opting for
missing
pillars.
I believe he went for it, but just missed it. Which perfectly understandable because pillars is quite a tricky jump.
Yeah, opting to back up for the safety spring makes sense.
Dude, now I'm Beta Mark 1. This fight, or E101 Beta, apologies. I guess it's technically Beta Mark 1. But 5-second fight, what a banger. This is such an exciting boss fight. God, I love the Gamma boss fights. Tethys will now be on his way to get the jet anklet after he lets out Amy of her prison. Or the jet booster jet anklet. I don't know why I thought it was a Tails upgrade. The jet booster is what breaks this category. You can get into the final level of Gamma, Hot Shelter, early. And then play everything in reverse through the trial menu.
Skoob with the fast pillars.
That's what you want to see if you're Skoob. Small time saves like that can really add up over the run. But Tethys first has to get the clip inbound into Hot Shelter. You go out of bounds in the egg carrier to get into the Hot Shelter loading zone.
Very clean so far from Tethys.
A fine lineup. Not getting the perfect clip in, but not getting a bad clip in either. That's all you want. As long as you can get in there within a few seconds. That's what you want to see. But now, getting the clip.
Oh, really fast clip
out. To see that. That clip was very clean, getting the checkpoint in the spring. As Skoob frees Amy, goes on to his own jet booster. But next up is Wall Run. In Wall Run, we've seen kill quite a handful of runs.
Wall Run, okay, does not get it the first attempt.
If Wall Run does not go smoothly for Tethys, it could be a huge chance for Skoob to get it, but he does clip out. Next, he goes for left side.
The left side.
Tethys playing the much safer, but a bit slower strat.
That's
here
slow,
of jumping over
but does
the
not soft
train.
lock.
No soft lock. You can soft lock if you hit that train. Going into the boss arena with no big problems. That's what you want to see if you're Tethys here. Play consistently, play fast, and that's what you want. As Skoob struggling with the Hot Shelter clip. Getting it second try. That's a bit slow. Not what you want to see if you're Skoob, but of course, Hot Shelter is where it matters. Because he could save a good 10 seconds over Tethys in Hot Shelter. Because Tethys did miss wall run first try. Getting another fast clip out. Also opting to not hit the checkpoint or the spring. This will also save them a bit of time because it is slower to hit the spring and get the checkpoint.
Going for the box jump, it's just so tight because you're so
It's
low.
so low. Tethys does also fight Sonic here first, notably. There is a route divergence.
Yeah, Skoob with a crazy fast wall run, then going for right side.
This would save a good 15, 20 seconds.
Oh,
but he misses it. So sad. That is bad news for Skoob, because now he's losing time to Tethys, where he could have gained it very easily just by clipping that into the train station. That clip is a bit harder than it seems. You have to be the perfect height. But now struggling with wall run, but Tethys on the other hand also struggling with the
Red Mountain.
Red Mountain flip out here. You jump in between two rocks. They push you out of bounds. This clip gives me a lot of trouble personally.
Oh, Skoob missing right side again.
Oh no, Skoob. This could be the end for Skoob, I think. Because 2 misses there is really, really bad news.
I wonder what he's going to opt for now.
Tethys is now a whole stage ahead.
Yeah, already taking on Epsilon. This is quite the lead from Tethys.
This is where we've seen runs end.
And as a reminder, our timers are basically synced.
Oh, it's so nice. They're like a second apart.
Tethys reaching Epsilon as Skoob just gets to Zeta. This is a huge deficit.
Of course, never over until it's over, but Tethys does have an entire Red Mountain between them, getting the emblem at 30-39. That is a very large gap. Loading into Windy Valley. Swapping over to Autocam. Oh, getting stuck on the bridge.
Stuck. Autocam moment.
I thought you liked Autocam.
I do. That doesn't stop that from happening.
True enough. Oh, Skoob also fighting Sonic early. I would have thought with him being an old head Gamma runner, he would have quit out immediately after Hot Shelter. A bit odd, but to each their own. Now, quitting out for the trial menu glitch himself as Tethys gets to E103. Delta, I believe?
It's Delta,
I don't know, during my set you made some funny joke that made everyone laugh.
Yeah, Delta Airlines, because he flew.
Yeah. Sad.
Yeah, that was a good bit.
Skoob getting the Red Mountain clip first try, though.
Yeah, that's a very fast Red Mountain. That's a good time save after everything that just happened in Hot Shelter.
Yeah, that is about 10-15 seconds, I believe. But they're still over a minute apart as Skoob still hasn't gotten the emblem as he hits the 32-minute mark. I do believe after this, the only thing that Tethys has that could skill check him, make him lose this race, is the final boss, because now he's just going through the hub, activating a bunch of story flags to get to the final boss.
As at this point, like, Tethys is going to have to make some very glaring mistake. Even with early shot, I'm not sure if that's enough.
If Skoob can hit early shot first try and complete the boss, and Tethys has no early shot plus a death later on into the boss, which has happened. Then it will be tight, but Skoob might be able to come back. Because he did grab the emblem for Red Mountain at, I believe, 32:30-ish? 32:40-ish? So, about 2 minutes separating them. But Tethys would have to have a disaster on the final boss, of course. This is not cursing him, smiley face.
Smiley face, of course. Tethys is going to have a great time with Beta Mark II.
Surely. I believe in him.
And oh man, Delta's been giving everyone the works recently. He refuses to just sit down and die. Did he jump like 5 times?
Oh my god.
He jumped for every attack.
My man has hops. but Tethys loading into Beta Mark 2 early shot? No early shot. Maybe restarting for it, because it is faster to have a few restarts and still hit it.
Does he restart again?
I would... Gets it the third try, but he does have 0 lives. As long as he doesn't die here, Tethys popping off in his webcam. He does need to not die. What is Skoob doing?
Adjusting his hair. Skoob throwing in the towel, it seems. Just going for some funnies.
Oh, he's getting the island skip. I think Skoob knows this race is over. Unfortunate to see, but understandable. 2 minutes is a lot of ground.
No, he just did it to flex. He's still gonna finish. He just wanted to throw in an Emerald Coast just for the fans.
He wanted the island hop, which is perfectly understandable. Island hop, cool strat that we cannot use because fucking Jet Booster, sad face.
Yeah, the Jet Booster is
early Jet Booster win. Pause champ.
It's a pretty crucial thing for Gamma to have that makes his movement work the way it does, and they do not give it to him until almost the end of his story. Sad.
And Tethys should have no problems here as he deals the final blow at 34-57. A big GG to Tethys as he wins this match. Skoob. The timer is already over the 34-minute mark, so there is no hope left but Tethys taking this match, doing a little eyebrow raise as he knows he has won.
GG's to both racers. It was a great race. You know, it
was pretty good. It was pretty close until Castillo with Knuckles. Then there was a big gap between them.
Yeah, unfortunately, Skoob just tried too hard to flex. Oh no! I've heard that one.
Taking a dip into the ocean. He's gonna try hoverless raft. He is here to flex, not here to win anymore. But
you know what? Respect.
I understand it. I have waved at the camera a few times. Skoob, putting on a good fight, being a good showman. And at the end of the day, that's kind of what matters is the show. As long as you put on the best fight you can, and Skoob has done that. Perfectly understandable. Early shotter? Nice! He got first try early shot. What a Chad. But, of course, first try early shot cannot save him. Still nice to have him finish out this run. As Tethys just watching the cutscene of him dying and also putting his face over his timer now. Why Tethys, anyone? Colon?
Look at that man.
This is how Skoob can still win.
Wait, what is Tethys time? We don't know.
Tethys time is whatever time he wants it to be. He can just cheat, and we will allow it, because what are you gonna do? Say no to Tethys? How?
Can't say no to that face.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. As Skoob finishing out the race with a 37-12. A good game from both of our runners. About 3 minutes separating them. Or 2 minutes, 10 seconds? 20 seconds? Something. A good race, regardless.
Good race. Good attempt. Good run from both players.
Unfortunately, it seems like Skoob just could never climb back after the inter-casino shenanigans with Knuckles, but
it's hard to come back after that, for sure. You know, he had hello Skoob.
Hello Skoob. Hello Tethys.
Hello Tethys.
What is going on, lads?
So Skoob, were you just trying to flex with the inter-casino? Was that the goal?
No, I was just having fun.
Fair enough.
This is what I respect that, right?
Yes.
To be fair, yeah, it was fun. It was good.
Let's go.
I was just curious the motivations. I would understand flexing because Knuckles hub movement.
It's gotta
can't
flex
be cool.
on me. It's a requirement.
It's only
if you don't
fair after
win
you flex
and
on
flex,
everyone.
What's the point in winning?